A top, if not the top, Puerto Rican fighter on a card in Madison Square Garden on the night before the famous Puerto Rican Day Parade. Felix Verdejo is a guy who has, I think, impressed everybody who's watched him with his skill, with his personality, with his ring management. He has really brought, I think, a new dimension to the sport, particularly in Puerto Rico, where people remembered the great Felix Tito Trinidad and looked for a fighter with the same type of personality and charisma to replace Trinidad, and believe they found him in Felix Verdejo. He's here with his manager, Ricky Marquez. I like to call them to the microphone, Felix Verdejo and Ricky Marquez.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for all your support me. I want to give you great fight. That's all my English for now.
English, baby.
Estoy contento, gracias a Dios, primero que nada, por esta nueva oportunidad que me da la compañía Torran y de poner mi talento en una cadena televisiva tan importante como HBO.
First of all, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to fight here. I want to thank Tom Rank and for having me on HBO, which is such a huge event for me. I feel blessed for being in this card.
Y nada, vengo a darle alegría a mi país con esta victoria y nada, espero que Iván Barnajera venga preparado, al igual que yo, para darle una buena pelea y que sea agradable al público, que estén satisfechos del combate nuestro.
I want to give a lot of happiness and joy, bring a lot of joy to all the Puerto Ricans watching and all the ones that will be there in the Madison Square Garden. It's going to be a great fight. I hope Barnajera is ready for a good fight to give the fans what they want. As I'm ready and I expect a great fight come Saturday night.
Esta rivalidad de México y Puerto Rico de años y nada, yo lo tomo como es algo deportivo, no hay nada en contra de nosotros. Seguimos siendo la misma persona cuando nos bajemos el cuadrilátero. Es un deporte, vamos a hacer el trabajo que sabemos hacer arriba del ring y nada, que tengan un bonito día.
This Mexican-Puerto Rican rivalry has been going on for years, but for me, it's not personal. It's our job. We get into the ring, we do our thing, we fight, but we're the same guys when we step down. We're still friends, we're the same people. That's about it. Thank you so much.
The main event Saturday night is something that anybody who knows anything about boxing is looking forward to. Two undefeated fighters who have made their reputations as punchers. Guys who bang out their opponents, don't leave it to the judges. So David, please, we don't need judges at ringside. We could save a couple of bucks that way. But these are two classic, bang, exciting guys. Miguel, the Scorpion Mariaga from Cartagena, Colombia, sports a record of 20 wins, no defeats, 18 of those wins by knockout. He's promoted by my good friend Tico Zabala of All Star Boxing, and is managed by Ricardo Maldonado Jr. He is a terrific competitor, and he realizes that Saturday night will be an opportunity for him to become a known quantity with boxing fans, not only here in Madison Square Garden, but those watching on HBO. So please welcome from Cartagena, Colombia, Miguel the Scorpion Mariaga.
Muy buenas tardes, primero que todo, gracias a todas las personas que están participando en esta rueda de prensa.
Good afternoon to everybody, and thank you to all the people that are participating in the press conference.
Vengo motivado, vengo con mi mente presente a lo que quiero. Creo que va a ser una muy buena pelea. Esperemos que así como Walter y mi persona vengamos preparados, pues creo que va a ser una buena pelea. Esperemos la disfruten.
I come well prepared. I know Walter's also comes well prepared. I'm mentally ready, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
También le doy las gracias a mi hermana Ricardo Maldonado y en presencia de Tutu Zavala también por esta gran oportunidad.
I also want to thank Ricardo Maldonado and Tutu Zavala for this opportunity.
También agradecerle a HBO y a la empresa Torran por darme esta gran oportunidad aquí en Nueva York y pelear en los grandes escenarios como lo es el World Garden.
Also thank HBO, Top Rank, Madison Square Garden for letting me this big opportunity to fight in here.
También pues darle gracias a todas las personas que me apoyaron, a todas las personas que estuvieron siempre presentes conmigo en mi preparación y en todos los consejos que me estuvieron dando y bueno, agradecerle a todas las personas que siempre han apoyado también al boxeo y ahora lo sigan apoyando para que con este título que vamos a llevarle a Colombia sea uno más para nuestro país.
I also want to thank all my team. Everybody's giving me advice. Everybody that support boxing at all. I mean, in general, and also I want to bring this title back to my country. Thank you. And I also, Bob, take a minute, real quick. I want to thank Bob, Top Rank. We're like family, working again together. It's very happy to be here. Madison Square Garden, HBO, Peter Nelson for this opportunity, for believing in us, for the opportunity to fight Saturday. And also wanted to thank part of our team, King Sport, Mr. Michael King, let his soul rest in peace. He was also part of this, bringing Mariaga here, and I want everybody to know that. And thank you to all the press, and we'll see some great fireworks on Saturday. Thanks.
Let's see. I don't know if it's still there. I didn't mention his promoter. That's interesting. So then.
Nicholas Walters came to our attention when we heard about this Jamaican young man who kept knocking out everybody that he was facing. Usually in boxing you become skeptical, and so when we signed him, we said, let's see what he can do. And I remember bringing him over to Macau, and he scored a devastating knockout, and that led to putting him in with Nonito Donaire, one of the best fighters in the division, and they fought in California, in Carson, California, and Nicholas Walters knocked out Nonito Donaire, and that was something that nobody had been able to do, not Rigondeaux and not anybody else that Nonito had faced. Nicholas Walters is, I think, and I haven't seen Miguel Mariaga fight. I've watched him on tape. But Nicholas Walters, from my own eyes, is the hardest punching guy, pound for pound, in the sport of boxing. And he always brings excitement into the ring, and the fans certainly get their money's worth watching this young man who comes to please and fights the way you know, we all want fighters to fight. Getting in there, disposing of your opponent, and willing to take chances. So please welcome the champion from Montego Bay, Jamaica, also fighting out of Panama City, Panama. Please welcome Nicholas Axman Walters.
Good afternoon to everybody. What could I say? I'm very happy to be here in the Madison Square Garden. It's a venue that a lot of historical fight took place, and now I'm getting my chance to make my mark over here in Madison Square Garden. It's against a good opponent, worthy opponent, undefeated opponent. So I know the fight is gonna be a good fight. I'm ready for the fight. I hope he's ready for the fight, and I know my fans are ready for the fight. So it's supposed to be a good fight. I must say thanks to Top Rank, Mr. Bob Arm, Uncle Bob, thanks. And I want to say thanks to HBO also, HBO, Top Rank, The Axeman, Madison Square Garden. It's gonna be a blast, and I'm ready, physically, mentally ready for the fight. And that's I must say to my fans, thanks, and my team of people, Team Axeman. We work hard with him. They believe in me. They know that we're gonna do good, and my fans know that we're gonna do good. Apart of that, let me say a little bit in Spanish, because my opponent is Spanish, and it would make no sense if I say something that he doesn't understand. So quiero hacer un par en español también para Mariaga y se entendí que yo estoy hablando. Dice, bueno, mira, estoy bien para preparar por esa pelea. Supo listo para esta pelea, mente, físicamente también, está listo. Y bueno, él dice, él está listo. Yo quiero el sábado, él está listo, porque él es un gladiador igual como yo. Y creo que esta pelea va a ser una pelea de una guerra, ¿no? Y aquí en Madison Square Garden, una guerra es que la gente quiere, y eso nosotros voy a dar. Y bueno, la mejor hombre voy a ganar, la mejor hombre soy yo, y yo soy hacha, ¿no? Y supercampeón, tú sabes, como respeto. Bueno, nosotros voy a guerrillar, ese voy a hacer un buen presentación. Y bueno, gracias a Top Rank, gracias a HBO, a mi ente. Y gracias a Dios por esta oportunidad, y bueno, yo voy a aprovechar con brazos, ¿no?
Well done. When we use to have Spanish guys learn how to speak English, like remember Miguel Cotto couldn't speak English and learn to speak bilingual. Felix Verdejo was on his way to speaking some English, but it's very unusual to have an English-speaking guy learn how to speak Spanish.
Yes.
All right. The fighters, the weigh-in will be right here in this room on Friday. The fighters will report at noon for paperwork, last-minute physicals, on the scale at 2 p.m. sharp. Tickets are still available at $200, $150 at Madison Square Garden box office and at Ticketmaster.com. It's certainly an event that merits your attendance of all your subscribers. It should be a great night of boxing. I want to thank the Top Rank Knockouts for your appearance here today, and all you lucky guys now get to take pictures with the two lovely ladies. Thank you for coming.
On that note, thanks for watching now.